Maybe I'm gonna get a little anxious.
All right, 9:19 here, and while we all love a sweet treat after a meal, many of those processed foods can contain added sugars that contribute to the obesity epidemic and diabetes. But you can still satisfy that sweet tooth with natural ingredients. And here with 5 fruity options is Kristen Coffield of the Culinary Cure. Good morning.
Good morning.
You have created such like interesting and I guess creative ways to maybe turn dessert into something that's not as bad for you as it usually is.
Exactly. Let's feed the eye as well as the palate. And what I love about these desserts is they're sweet, but they're also good for you. So they're flavorful with natural sugars. So there's very little added sugar in any of these.
And that's what I wanted to ask you about is, you know, people, we're so worried right now about sugar consumption that a lot of people just stay away from fruit altogether. That's not necessary.
And that's not what you want to do, because fruit is highly nutritious. It's the source of many of your micronutrients. Those are your vitamins and your minerals and a lot of essential enzymes that are crucial for our digestive system. So you do want to be eating more fruit, but you want to be staying away from the added sugars.
Okay.
And that's where we get into trouble.
All right, so this is a creme brulee-ish dessert.
So when I was growing up, my grandmother lived in Key Biscayne, and she would make this for us when we came to visit her in the mornings. It is a pink grapefruit brulee.
Okay.
So what you do is you actually, I mean, look how gorgeous this is. You actually caramelize the coconut sugar on top of these grapefruits.
So you just sprinkle a little bit of coconut sugar on top?
So you make a mixture of butter and coconut sugar or brown sugar.
Okay.
You put it on top of chilled pink grapefruit, and you've got to taste
I've got one here,
it's so yummy. And then you just broil it. And so you get all that creamy richness that you would get from a creme brulee, but there's no dairy in it, and very little added sugar.
Oh my gosh.
The sugar's all on the top.
Delicious, and I'm not supposed to eat on air, but this is delicious.
There you go. So, and then how many people have a wok and don't know what to do with it? They don't know how to use it. They don't know certainly how to cook fruit in it.
Or they only know how to make like really unhealthy, fattening stir fries.
Right, General Tso's chicken or something. So what I've done is I've taken pineapple and mango, a little bit of coconut oil. I flash fried the fruit. So you've got to think of this as a warm fruit salad.
Okay.
That's really what this is. And so it's pineapple, it's ginger, it's mango, it's coconut oil. I put some pomegranate seeds in there, and this would be delicious over like coconut gelato or something like that. But it's another way of getting more plant-based foods in your diet. It's visual, it's so delicious.
Okay, all right, very simple. This caught my eye just mainly because of how cute it is.
I love this. This is the in the apple pie. So look at this little guy.
So
it's like a hand pie.
Yes.
I've taken the apples, I've hollowed them out, keeping the outside as a core.
Okay.
And then I've made my apple pie mix with that leftover apple meat and lots of herbs and spices, because we know when you add herbs and spices, it brings the nutritional value of the food up. So I've made individual apple pies right in the apple.
That is,
and kids will love this.
Yeah, and I love desserts that you can make little individualized ones.
Exactly.
It looks so cute.
It looks so cute. It tastes so great.
And then can you just buy, I mean, if I'm going to be really lazy about it, I can just buy like store-bought pastry dough.
You
like
can
pizza
even
or
find
pie crust.
gluten-free pie crust. You could also do this with puff pastry. So many options.
So many options.
So many ways to go.
That is precious. Okay, so let's move on to strawberry and rhubarb, which I did not know. You just told me that rhubarb is actually not even a fruit.
Rhubarb is a vegetable.
And it's in the celery family.
It's in the celery family. And it is brightly colored. And we know that when you eat the rainbow, it's really good for you, because that means there's more of those nutrients in those fruits and vegetables.
In its raw state, is rhubarb pretty tart?
Yeah, you would not be eating raw rhubarb. that would not be tasty.
Okay.
So when you combine the rhubarb with I've got grated ginger, I've got strawberries, and you bake it in the oven, it gets juicy and delicious. And this served over Greek yogurt or ice cream.
Really good.
A beautiful and delicious dessert. You can make it ahead of time, and it's really good for you.
Really good.
And you could even, you know, I'm always going back to the cocktails. You could even puree that up and use it as a base for a healthy cocktail.
Okay, all right. And then finally, our bananas over here.
Bananas. My husband doesn't like bananas, so every time I do a banana in one of my segments, he's like, "Ugh, am I going to have to taste that?" But he actually liked this. When you roast bananas in the oven, they actually transform and they caramelize and become delicious. So I've taken the
what did you
bananas,
put on this?
I've basted them with a little bit of butter and I actually used pumpkin spice seasoning.
I was gonna say, okay.
Because I felt like we needed to pumpkin spice our
smell
life a little
alone.
bit. And then I've made a very simple but delicious sauce with coconut yogurt and orange juice, and I used a little turmeric for the bright yellow color.
This is delicious.
Isn't this crazy good?
Yes, and it has a very like fall taste to it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's very seasonal.
Oh my gosh, such great ideas. Great ideas.
So, you know, at my website, The Culinary Cure, I am always trying to teach people how to game up and make their food more nutritious and healthful.
Well, here are great options so you can forego the rich, heavy, decadent chocolate cake and instead have one of these for dessert. Kristen, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. All right, and by the way, all of Kristen's recipes are on our Facebook page as well as on her website, theculinarycure.com. Make sure to like us at ABC7GM.